Good morning. It is Friday, May 20th, 2 days away from God help all of us. My youngest son will be 16. Oh, I didn't switch it up. There's always something. There's always something. You know what I just did? Yep. Oh my God, he puts the glasses on. All right, we're switching Zoe.
So funny story real quick.
Yes.
Yesterday we're at the All Partners meeting, and I sneak off into the corners because that's where we try to hang out.
Yep.
And one of the agents leans over to me and says, "Who's that in the corner?" And as soon as they say it, they go, "Is that Zoe Kirkpatrick?" like it was a spotting. I'm
Yep.
like, yeah. They're like, "Oh my God, I've never met her. I can't wait to meet her."
Zoe in the wild. Well,
Zoe in the wild.
She's been up there since she started day after Labor Day last year. She's been up there quite a few times, but obviously for this young, was it a young man or a young woman?
It was a young lady.
Young lady. Was Zoe signing babies yesterday? I wasn't sure if I caught her signing babies.
I don't know.
Yep.
I know they talked after because she was
Yep.
so excited to actually go over and say, "Hey, it's Zoe." You know what I mean? Like she was "It's Zoe." I'm like, as soon as she asked me, she answered her own question. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's like Cher.
Zoe
It's like Celine. It's Zoe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Is that
Yeah,
Zoe?
like
That's Zoe.
Yeah. You know, it's like,
Yeah, she made it.
you
So
walk-
I corrected your name now. It's funny that you pointed that out, that I did not have your name corrected in the two up. So with this tool that we use called Ecamm, we use it for other things. So I send it to other channels occasionally. And I was just going to double check that I made sure that I was sending it to the right channel. Now you got me freaking out. Are we on our Facebook page? Or are we on like UkrainianSingles.org? I don't know what's happening. Yeah, I just want to make sure we're actually on the thing about the stuff. I'm pretty sure we are. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Friday, May 20th. We're 2 days away from our youngest son, Jason, whom you adore. His name is Cameron. He turns 16 on Sunday. He is convinced, sir, convinced he is going to be driving. So let me lay some groundwork here. He is autistic and diabetic. I think the combination of those two things are going to be a challenge for him. As a parent of an autistic child, one of the things that we've identified is that there is certainly a lack of understanding of consequence. Cape Cod.
yes,
Getting hit by a landscaping truck because he wasn't really paying attention as he crossed the road, right? So all these kind of things. So in the grand scheme of things, we're talking him through it, and Janina feels differently than I do about him driving. I want to get him behind the wheel. I want to give him the opportunity to learn, because I will do everything I need to do as his father to get him licensed to drive if it's a possibility. I do believe because of the and I know people who are diabetic drive, but when you have that, and then you multiply that by maybe the lack of management of his diabetes because of his autism, and he's pretty pedantic about it. But I think that's a medical soup that might be a challenge for him. But I will do what I have done, which is advocate for him. So I'm going to take him out. You'll love this. On Sunday, on his birthday, we're going to go find an empty parking lot, and I told him he can drive 22 feet. And then we will trade places and drive home, and I'll probably have a stiff drink.
So don't go to the Portsmouth office on this weekend. You want to take him seriously. You want to take him over to like Hilltop Fun Center and get him in the go-karts.
Oh, he's really good with the go-karts and all the F1 things. Yeah. There's the place in Woburn that does F1 racing. It's like Mario Kart indoor, F1 racing, yeah. So we got a long way to go, but he will be 16 on Sunday, and he's convinced he gets a car and a license and a girlfriend, and like, yeah. He's looking at Aiden. He's like, he got a 6-foot girlfriend, he got a car, he's getting speeding tickets, he's enjoying everything. Yeah. Living the dream. So anyway, we are, according to the internet and according to our email that came out from the morning news from the Genius Department, which is Zoe Kirkpatrick, it is Thursday, the 18th of August, is 90 days out from today. Thursday, the 18th of August. We're closing in on Labor Day. As insofar as 90 days out. So you're starting to work on fall money. You're starting to buy back to school clothes with the appointments that you're making today. Just so you know.
Jordans aren't cheap.
Yeah. So other really cool stuff. We've been talking about it all week. We always want to support your events, and we're never going to get to them all. Although if you ever want me to talk about something, hit me before 8:30 in the morning. Be like, can you talk about this event that I'm doing? And I don't mean your open houses. I mean when you're doing an event, like two of our agents are doing this weekend. So tomorrow, Jason and I will be with my oldest son and one of my wonderful nephews. Connor and Aiden are going to play in front of us on T-Box 1. And you and I are 1B, apparently. We're doing pairs at disc golf. It's a Miss the Trees event to raise money for Pope Memorial Center for animals. And it's brought to you by Alexander Lamonte. There are details online. It's only $10 a head. So it's $6 for your greens fees and then $4 for the pot. And when I say the pot, I mean the winnings. So $10 a head. We're going to be over there. Bradley's going to be over there. A whole bunch of people are going to be joining us tomorrow. That's 10 o'clock, Salmon Falls Disc Golf Center. If you want to join us for that, I'll tell you, bud, I got us brand new discs. My nephew knows exactly what he's doing, and I got online with him, and we have a driver, like a 3-wood. We have like 3 or 4 approach discs, and then we have a putter disc. And I don't think, I'm judging, I shouldn't, I should have asked you, have you ever thrown a disc golf frisbee?
I have.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, my brother-in-law's into it, so
Okay.
I've tried it. So
is it
I'm gonna
Zach?
Go back.
Is it Zach?
Yeah, Zach's into
Of
it,
course,
yeah.
yes. Shocking. Yeah.
So they're heavier. Like the driver is like thinner.
Yep.
There's no lip.
Yep.
And they're heavier than like
Yep.
a beach frisbee that
Yep.
you're used to.
Yeah. And Connor's so funny because he's like, Uncle Timmy, you got your discs a while ago. How much have you practiced? I'm like, I'll see you Saturday. None. They're on the dining room table. I think 2 of them are still unwrapped.
Yeah,
It's gonna be great.
With,
It's for a good cause. We're doing it for the puppies.
yeah, and Kelly Oberlin or Kelly Perry now.
Yeah, Mother Perry. Yes.
Yeah, her husband Dave is. I played my brother-in-law Zach and him are friends.
Yeah.
So I went and played with those 2 guys. Zach's really good,
Mm-hmm.
and Dave is like borderline pro. So I'm like,
Yeah.
this
Oh,
was not-
I'm showing up for the disc golf. I'm staying for the Truly. Apparently, there's going to be Truly on site.
Now, did you put GPSs on these things? Because we're losing them.
There's a thing that I meant to buy, and I kept talking about getting it, and I didn't, unless we can get it overnighted, which I don't think is going to be the case. But we'll be right behind my nephew, and he has one. It's called a Golden Retriever. It's literally a lake rake. So it's like a rectangle piece of like yellow wiring that you cast. You put it on a piece of rope. You cast it into the lake, you put it behind the disc, and you start dragging, and it scoops the disc and pulls it out for you. I didn't really factor that in either because, I'm good when we're playing golf. I just reach in the bag and grab another Pro V1.
Yeah,
You only got so many discs.
Give me another one.
Yeah, sure. They're like Easter eggs. They're like Pez. Yeah, squeeze my neck. Anyway, so I don't know how that's going to go, but that is tomorrow. That's at 10 o'clock. And then at 2:30, another great event. This is to benefit the American Cancer Society. It's called Laughter for a Cure, and Riley Bacon put it together. It's going to be at the Cara Irish Pub. That is 2:30 to 6:30, so an afternoon event. And I think once we hit 2:30, a lot of people will be heading that way because of air conditioning and air conditioning. It's going to be tepid tomorrow, kids, as it will be on Sunday. So if you are inland with myself and Westcott, and Bradley Kelly's going to be over there, playing disc golf. Maybe you want to head to the beach afterwards, or maybe you want to head to support one of our other agents, Riley Bacon. Details for Laughter for a Cure are online. You can certainly get online there and get your tickets. He's got front row seats. He's got great friends and great professional comics that are coming in to support this. There are bar seats, there are general seating, and then you can do it $20. I can't be there. I'm not in town, and just make a donation for the event and support one of our own. So Alex Lamonte tomorrow, Riley Bacon tomorrow, disc golf, and then Laughter for a Cure. There's your schedule. And we're adding more. I do believe, very excited about this, Jason, I do believe that today we are going to get the Eventbrite link for, and now it's July 19th. It's a ways out, but as we know, July 19th will be here in 13 seconds. Yep. On July 19th, we'll be at Gunstock for a KWCLM barbecue. I believe that event is running 3 to 7 or something like that. The flyer is out. We don't have the RSVP out yet. I believe that Eventbrite link is dropping today. Like we said with Red Day, thank Helen. There's a whole bunch of people that were behind it, but Helen really secured the location. All of the hard work on this one is Camille. So if you see Camille Bryant marching around, which you won't because she's usually head down at her desk handling, Susanna and Nathan's World, thank her for securing the location. That's coming up July 19th at Gunstock. The link will be out today. And to make it easier, rather than being like, oh, there's an Eventbrite link somewhere. Well, nobody knows what that is. So we're going to tie it to Meet with Nate, which I've owned for quite some time. You know the story, right, Jason? So I got Meet with Coach years ago, so you guys know where to go book with me. And then Jeff's like, good idea. He went and got Meet with Team Leader. And we were sitting joking about that after he told me he got Meet with Team Leader. I'm like, I'm going to get Meet with Nate, but I'm going to actual Meet, M-E-A-T, Meet with Nate. So we're going to use Meet with Nate and tie it to the Eventbrite link so people can remember that off the top of their head to get signed up for that. That's going to be a great event, July 19th. And we're going to get together for that, and we're going to get more events on the calendar. We got some great grand openings coming up. We do have an unveiling of the office in York, and that's a ways out, but there's going to be a party over there because you know where that's parked. It's parked right in front of Lobster in the Rough. So be a lot of cool stuff coming up on the calendar. Above and beyond that, our educational calendar for the day. Why are you laughing?
Because I want to say, Brad Roberts, if you're listening, there will be lobster rolls next door.
Yes, Brad Roberts very concerned about the lobster rolls yesterday. And so there's some social events, and now we've got another feel-good event before we get to today's calendar. We are doing Red Day 2.0.
Yes.
And I don't mean Veterans Day. So I'm telling you right now, we're going to do something on Veterans Day. And this is a Carl Liebert, the CEO of KWX, who's near and dear to his heart, is all of our service people who have served the country, home and abroad. And above and beyond that, he's like, we got to start doing something for Veterans Day. And we've always talked about it here, which is really funny. So I'm super glad that he's taking this national. Like, let's, it's not perfectly, well, actually it is. It's 6 months past. It's 6 months after Red Day. Why don't we do something on Veterans Day? We pick one veteran and we love the hell out of them or whatever we're going to do. So there'll be more news about what that's going to look like, sort of like a second Red Day, a Veterans Day, Red Day. And that's going to be a nationwide thing because Carl Liebert's passionate about that. And we're going to certainly do it here because we have so many veterans that are either here or part of our extended family because they're connected to our agents. So thank you for your service. We adore you for that. Red Day 2.0, or as Pete Metch would call it, Pedro called it Red Month, because like as soon as we got to the bridge to nowhere, we're like, this is going to take longer than a day. So last week at Red Day, arguably we got about 29 to 31% of that bridge done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got Robert Frost. There's miles to go before we sleep. So we have much more to do. And the date is on the calendar. God bless Brad Kelly for putting this together. He connected with Jeff and Bryn over at Portsmouth campus. We're going back on a weekday. It's going to be a school day because we don't want to tread all over people's weekends with their families and their downtime. Thursday, June 2nd. Thursday, June 2nd. There'll be more details. And we would appreciate everyone's help. We would appreciate whatever you want to come do, but here's what it's going to look like. The challenge we had last time, Jason, was Holland and his truck and his skills and his tools were all out of the parking lot with the wood, which arguably was maybe just shy of a quarter mile away from the job site.
Right.
So it was a hump to get from where he was working on the wood to the bridge. So to get a generator out by the bridge, to get the wood out by the bridge, to get Jamie Holland out by the bridge, and to get everyone to bring, if you have a DeWalt, a Ryobi, whatever you have, bring that and all of your batteries. We'll have a generator. We'll have power strips. Yeah, and we are going to make sure that we now have guns that are just going the whole time. The amount of time we spent on Red Day waiting for stuff to charge, waiting for wood to come in, and, no judgment to anybody. We did what we could in the time that we could. There's also been a conversation about maybe we head out, maybe a crew goes out the day before to do some demo. That is not hard and fast right now. We're talking about June 2nd. If we can get all hands on deck with your tools, with your free time, which we completely appreciate it. And I'm sure between now and then, we will cobble together some sustenance and certainly 18 buckets of water. Because it's going to be June 2nd. And if it's anything like this weekend, we're going to need water. So bring your sunscreen, your water, your tools, and your ability to spend the day with us so we can get that done for them. And I think that we're getting so much more, good graces out of going back to finish that off because I know people were upset about not getting it done. And we did check. Brad did ask because Bryn's like, well, usually when these projects get started, the city steps in and says, well, now it's an open project, so we have to finish it. Because they're still considering it in disrepair, even though we finished 29% of it. They don't want anybody on that until we're done. And the city's got other fish to fry, and I appreciate that. So let's just go get the whole thing done. So we're going to do that Thursday, June 2nd. So circle your calendars. If you missed Red Day and you want to do this one, we would love to have you. And if you think that, well, I don't know, like if you're thinking right now, I'd love to come help, but I don't have any skills, you're looking at him. That's me, right? Look at Westcott. Like, yep, he was terrible. I'll be in charge of snacks.
You did. I was impressed. I said, Timmy, I need you to grab this screw gun and just put the screws, just go straight down the row. You did.
I did okay. I did okay. Yeah. Then Westcott's standing there with somebody else who knows what they're doing. He's like, you see this job? This is what you give to day laborers. Like you picked me up in a Home Depot parking lot. Yeah. You want to make $15 the hard way? Holy Lord. Anyway, so we're excited about that. The Bridge to Nowhere is going to get finished. That is Thursday, June 2nd, Red Day 2.0. Circle your calendars. We will have more news, maybe even a sign-up sheet for that. But no, we'll get our collective brains together and tools together and get that job done for them at Portsmouth campus. And again, thanks to Helen for bringing that whole entire project to our attention because it turned out to be a great day. We've had a good couple of weeks. And we got to keep this going. All the energy we create when we're on the golf course, when we're fixing bridges and doing everything we did to that campus, huge piece of land. How do we bring that back to our businesses? How do we bring that back to the classroom, right? The way we behave here is the way we behave everywhere. So if you're going to join us today, we hope you can. It is 9 o'clock today for Ignite. That is in the Portsmouth Training Room, also on Zoom at timsoffice.com. Profit Share at 11 o'clock will be on Keller TV. Back to Basics with Jason and JV. That is at 1 o'clock on Keller TV. And then 1 o'clock on KW Connect is How to Work with Investors and Stay Steady in the Shift. How to Work with Investors and Stay Steady in the Shift. And I do believe it'll be next Friday is going to be usually 4 o'clock on Fridays at the end of the month is Jim Talbot, who's like our resident expert in Texas on just industry conversations. So I always talk about KCM too. Keeping Current Matters. They're a great group. They have a lot of great content. Jim Talbot is like our version of that for KW. So if you could make it to that, that would be huge. Yesterday we were in Meredith, and it was awesome just to see. I was thinking about the fact that just years ago, Nate had to be part of everything. And the fact that Nate could be off doing what he was doing yesterday because he's always in meetings and meeting with people and driving around the lake and driving around Portsmouth. And it was just really cool to watch you run all the broker stuff. Zoe ran all the coaching conversations, right? We're talking about during the meeting, during the All Partners meeting. And to see Mark and Krista run the show and Brad was there. It was really funny. He popped up on Instagram. So Janina's going through Instagram today. And what Babs posted, you can hear Brad's voice. And Janina scrolls, and like all of a sudden Brad starts talking. She goes, "Oh my God, Brad's here!" Like just like he's just like, so interest rates, blah blah blah. Like Babs posted him Jabba-John. It was really funny. But we had a good crowd. That is also online. Just to remind you guys, the All Partners meeting location moves every other month. So we will be back on June 15th at the Atlantic Grill. Which Westcott's very excited because we get tuna tartare at the grill. That is June 15th, it's usually like the third Wednesday of the month. And I believe if we do the math, yes, that's the third Wednesday of the month. So join us for the next one there, and then we'll be back up in the Meredith area for July. I think we touched on all the things, Westcott, maybe possibly. If knowing what we have left for a project at the bridge, and if somebody's thinking they have no business being there, and I already told you guys I shouldn't be there and I'm going back. So logistically, what should people be bringing? What do you think we really need so we don't forget? If you're an individual that has no idea what you're doing, but you want to help.
So if you don't know construction experience, anything, definitely I would bring a good, decent set of work gloves or gardening gloves, if you will.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
The wood is old that's currently on the bridge, so it's pressure treated. Pressure treated has chemicals in it, so it doesn't rot. So we remove the deck, and then we remove the handrails. We build all new stuff, and then we put the spindles back up. So hammers, any kind of a crowbar would be a huge help. And like Tim said, any kind of if If you don't have a screw gun or a drill or whatever, that's fine. Just show up with a hammer. If you don't have a hammer, show up with gloves. I mean, we just need people to help bring this stuff, because even though we're going to be closer, we still have to get all this wood into a truck. The city of Portsmouth does provide us with a dump truck.
Yeah.
Just getting it on the truck, because what we do is we're going to try to get a crew removing, a crew hauling, and as that crew is removing and hauling, the crew behind them will be measuring and replacing, and then another crew behind that doing the final, like the final buttoning it up, screwing it down, putting the spindles on, that sort of stuff. So you're going to see this progression go down the bridge as we move.
Yep.
And the bridge is, for anybody that wasn't there, it's like an S. If you look at it from it's not just this one bridge.
Yeah.
It goes, it turns, it goes, it turns, and then it goes. And the longest section we did do, which is great. But we're going to try to do this more modular. Me and Brad were talking about.
Well, and I was thinking too, the sooner we get started, the sooner we can go hydrate, and everybody can get off to their day. And again, just like Red Day, if you can only come and offer a couple of hours, we love that. We love that. If we have another showing of a bunch of people, and we can crank through this and knock their socks off, and have another great story to tell. We did 2 Red Days, it'd be super awesome. So yeah, great point, Westcott, on the gloves. I had to steal. I realized I was going to ruin my manicure, and I was like, oh my God. And I stole Lesniak's gloves. He's like, I don't need them.
We were there, and Brad Kelly looked at me and said, we're going to get this done. We always get everything done. And I said, Brad, I don't know.
Well, he wasn't lying. It's just taking us another day.
Me,
yep.
And he was covered in dirt. He's sweating. He looks at me dead seriously, right? Dead serious, like old school 3rd period down by 2 hockey, right? Me and Brad played high school hockey against each other. For anybody that doesn't know, he looks up at me and goes, "We're going to get this done today," and he's dead serious. And I'm like,
"No, we're not."
I said, "I think we should go to where Jeff's feet are and make sure we get from there done."
Yeah.
And that's where we about made it to. So. It's a lot of work. And the biggest thing is the way it was built originally, right? It was done with not deck screws. So as we were trying to take the screws out, they were breaking, and that slowed us down bad, because now we had to rip the boards up, and then somebody had to go by with a hammer breaking all the nails off. But now we know, you know what I mean? So me and Brad have talked about bringing some Sawzalls and just cutting it, bringing a chainsaw out there and cutting the deck off. And
of course, you bring a chainsaw. Of course, yes.
Oh yeah. Well, we had a chainsaw out there. Let's be honest.
There was a chainsaw out there.
There was a chainsaw. Yeah, we had that happen.
To tell.
Yeah, we're gonna go at it again. I think we might get a little earlier start.
1,000%. Yeah.
Well, yeah, with the hot weather, you definitely want to get out there earlier and try to get it done sooner. But the more the merrier, And Tim's going to be bringing his son, who probably has to do community service for his jail time.
Well, jail time. Yeah, maybe Aiden can make it. Well, no, they're both in school till the 8th.
Oh, Your Honor.
I was hoping Francis could get another 8 hours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and marching around the campus, telling people what to do. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Babs, I believe it was Babs yesterday. She goes, "He's such a gentleman." I'm like, "Why?" She goes, "I don't know. At one point I was complaining that it was really sunny and the sun was in my eyes." He goes, "Do you want my hat?" I'm like, "Please tell me you didn't put his hat on." Boys are just gross, but Francis is out there meandering around in the bugs and the grossness, and yeah.
By June 2nd, he might have his license, so we can send him to get stuff.
Yes. Hats for everybody. Oh boy. All right, guys. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your time. Speaking of Babs, if you need Babs help, and you probably do, unless your marketing is off the charts, maybe you should have a conversation with Babs. You can go to KWCLMmarketing.com, KWCLMmarketing.com to check out our full suite of services. You can also go to Time with Babs, BABS, timewithbabs.com to book time with her. If you need my face, it's meetwithcoach.com. If you have questions, comments, concerns, hopes and dreams, or just some help with the script, I can be reached at 603-834-2856. And if you're looking for Jen Vashon, you're calling Jason Westcott, 603-234-2589. Your brokers will be available today at 1, Back to Basics on Keller TV. Do not forget, the access to your brokers is second to none. There's not another office on planet America that gives you access to their brokers as much as we do. I say that beyond the shadow of a doubt. We talk about our educational schedule with other market centers, other brokerages, never mind, they're out of the conversation, other market centers. We have an embarrassment of riches. So lean in when you need to lean in, get wicked smarter, call your people, move the conversation forward, make sure they know that you're here to serve. Okay, service first, sales second, head down, heart up. And the transactions will start to come to fruition. We are 90 days out from Thursday, August 18th. If you have kids going back to school in the fall, you are 90 days out from going back to school shopping. That's where we are. So let's stay focused. Let's find our people, as Michael Mayer would say. There's someone in Portsmouth that needs my help, and it's my job to find them. Go find your people. Thank you so much for your time. We'll see you guys in and around the Market Center, and I'll see you tomorrow at Disc Golf, Jason.
Yes.
God help the trees.